week on the Weekly Watch,
It doesn't even look like the Weekly Watch.
Yeah, that's because it's so hot outside in LA.
Super, super hot.
It's too hot to be outside, so we are inside. And speaking of things that are indoors,
the Heritage Cup took place this weekend. This is an annual game that started 15 years ago between the US and Canada.
This year, Canada won 19-6.
Which makes sense. I mean, Canada, like, that's their game, right? Like, that's their national game, basically. So you've got a lot of guys on the Canadian team that play box year round, and then you've got a lot of field players from the US that are now playing box, like, maybe the second or third time that year or something. They don't play in the NLL. But anyway, 19-6, and I think one of my favorite highlights was when Dan Dawson threw this fake and then went behind his back to Mark Matthews.
So smooth.
Super smooth.
Curtis Dixon had 4 goals for the Canadian team, and on the US side, Tom Schreiber and Joe Resetarits were the standouts. It was pretty cool to see Pennell in box gear.
Even just the photos from Instagram of like Rabel in box gear and Pennell, it was cool.
The Heritage Cup is a great opportunity for both these national teams to prepare for the World Games, and US and Canada is definitely a big rivalry going into this year's World Games.
It's the biggest rivalry.
It's the biggest rivalry.
But I don't think this game is like any big inclination of what's gonna happen in Israel.
No. Anyways, it was really fun to watch. The game was streamed on Twitter, and you can actually re-watch it. The links are in our description.
If you haven't watched it, definitely go watch it. As you all probably already know, Philadelphia is getting their NLL team back. And they put out a request for fans to vote on what the team name should be. They have 3 finalists now for the new Philly franchise.
The Philadelphia Fire,
the Philadelphia Founders,
and the Philadelphia Wings, which was the old team's name.
So we put a poll up in the corner. What do you think the team name should be? Either the Fire, the Founders, or the Wings?
So the 3 names were submitted by 3 different people, and whoever wins gets 2 season tickets, they get exclusive access to games, and they also get a $500 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts.
Which is awesome. That'll take you like 2 years.
That's a lot of Dunkin' Donuts.
Don't you hate Dunkin' Donuts?
I hate Dunkin' Donuts.
I don't hate Dunkin', man. I don't know why you hate
A coffee's
Dunkin'.
like $1 there, so you
What's
could
the big deal?
You could live off $500 gift card for life.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a good thing, but it's not for me. I wouldn't want to win that. I wouldn't want to win it. There's nothing good about Dunkin' coffee.
It's just sometimes you're like a hater, man.
I'm just speaking facts. So remember this goal? How could you forget? Everyone was talking about it, actually including GQ. GQ wrote an article about Tehoka's goal.
Not only about Tehoka, but about how like this goal is gonna make people want to watch lacrosse, which is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
They also said that American soccer is dead.
Yeah, pretty bold
claim. Saying that like because the US soccer team didn't make the World Cup, soccer in America is gonna decline. Lacrosse, they said, is gonna take its place and keep going up.
So Tehoka, if you're watching, keep scoring goals like that.
As well as everyone else who's watching.
Yeah.
Keep scoring goals like that. It's good for the sport.
So last week, we asked you if you would take that shot.
And 54% of you said that you would. So actually like kind of like a half and half split.
More than half.
But close to half. It's 54-40.
That's kind of showing you the way that lacrosse is going.
One person commented though and said that specifically Tehoka can take that shot because that's like how he grew up playing. He's not gonna go to his left that often. That's like a way that he would play, but not everyone else necessarily would play.
Yeah, but I feel like more kids are growing up practicing those things.
Totally.
I would have never practiced that because I never saw something like that.
You couldn't pull that off.
Again, with this.
You kind of set me up, you know?
So that goal was from the HEADStrong Foundation Classic, and that goal was just kind of what everyone talked about from that tournament. But it's a fall ball tournament where a bunch of really talented teams play. Army played Hopkins, Richmond played Albany, Albany played Hopkins, and Army played Richmond.
And we wanted to bring it back up because a bunch of the highlights finally came out, and they are just really, really good highlights. All right, carry on. So, if you don't know, I went to college at the University of Colorado in Boulder. I played lacrosse there. Check out, I've got one of my helmets from that time. And the only reason I'm talking about this is because right now we're gonna talk about alumni games.
So this time of fall ball is really cool because there's a lot of alumni games. And if you played in college, then you know how fun it is to actually go back and play at your university. Over the weekend, Hopkins had their alumni game, Towson had their alumni game, and Virginia had their alumni game, and they posted highlights from it.
These games are super competitive. The level of play is so high when you have programs like Virginia, Hopkins. The players that come out are still so good. A lot of them are even in the MLL. So you have like pro guys going against guys that are still in school.
Like this goal from James Pinnell, the Virginia game, is so sick. So these are like really high caliber games. I know Syracuse's game is really intense, and they have like custom uniforms for this kind of stuff.
It's one of my favorite parts about fall ball.
In about a month, I get to play in my alumni game, and all the guys are starting to talk and get together and talk about what gear we're gonna wear. It's a really exciting time of fall ball. Fun fact about TLN, the first video we ever uploaded on TLN was a GoPro video from my alumni game. That's pretty crazy.
You should make another one.
Yeah, maybe I'll make another one. Part 2.
Just something. Yeah. Shout out to FS Lazy K who sent us that photo of a TLN pumpkin.
That's pretty awesome. Carving pumpkins isn't easy, and carving TLN into a pumpkin, that's pretty awesome. We've been getting a bunch of submissions of you guys smashing pumpkins. Make sure to get them in. By the time the next weekly watch comes out, it will already be after Halloween.
So send your DMs to the TLN Nation account. Remember, wear a costume.
Or, as we coined,
Lacrosse doom.
a lacrosse tomb. Thank you to everyone who reminded us last week about lacrosse tombs. That's gotta be one of our best.
It's right up there with lacrosse doom.
Right up there. Next Monday, Colin and I will be out with the Santa Monica Dragons playing some beach lacrosse here in LA. We'll be decked out in full costumes, and you guys will see some video from that. Stay tuned to our Instagram to see behind the scenes at that event.
Make sure to comment below with recommendations for costumes that we can wear. Because we always get costumes when we go out and play with the Santa Monica Dragons for Halloween, but we need suggestions. Comment below.
I feel like I could be Rabel.
Yeah, you probably could be. Anyways, comment below, let us know what we should be for Halloween. See ya.